What's up, sister? Hi guys, I'm Kritika.
Hi, I'm Deeksha.
Welcome to the podcast.
What's up, sister? Welcome to season 3 of What's Up, sister?
Yes,
Welcome
guys.
to episode 2. Also, before we get into the podcast, we just want to let you know that our podcast is a Spotify exclusive.
And we are only available on Spotify. Guys, we have someone with us.
Introduce yourself. हम फिर आपका introduction बाद में अगर हमने दिया और आप बुरा लगा स्पेशली
तो फिर आप दोबारा हम चले जाएंगे यहाँ से हमें बोलेंगे
I am going out.
Yeah, the pricey diva.
Yeah.
That he is.
मेरा नाम है विदित.
विदित आपका नाम?
लोग मुझे प्यार से विड भी बोलते हैं और मेरी पहचान है इनसे.
Hi guys, I'm Savi and together we are Bruised Passports. I don't know what else to say. We love traveling and we love each other and we make content just like the two of them.
आप दोनों को वैसे भी कौन नहीं जानता होगा ट्रैवल में Bruised Passports are very famous. Literally मेरे हर एक फ्रेंड को पता है and my friend of friend he was like I really want to be like them. And 5 years down the line I really want to travel like them. He was like please मिलवा दे मिलवा दे. like हाँ बुलाऊंगी.
Anytime.
चेक भिजवा देना. में क्या
अब
प्रॉब्लम
आपको
है?
मिलने के लिए भी चेक चाहिए. Wow.
We'll
think about it.
He needs serious, motivation to step out of his bubble.
That is money.
I'm sure.
That's a joke, guys.
Yeah.
Please don't take it seriously.
No, I'm sure that there might be some of you here who don't know Vid so well, and trust me, half of the stuff he says is being sarcastic, is
I think more than
jokes.
half.
More than half.
More than
Don't
half.
take him too
So
seriously.
Kritika and Diksha know that.
Yeah.
But before I start, will you share your journey?
Let's share it.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you don't even know where to start because we met in high school. We were in DPS Arkipuram together and we were friends.
It's also called the factory, by the way, because there's just so many
There are
students
so
there.
many sections, but we were friends for ages. We became best friends over 3 or 4 years, and we weren't dating each other at that time.
Okay.
But then both of us went to college, and then when we were apart, we weren't in the same like school bus anymore. We realized, oh, this is not like just friendship.
कुछ होता है.
अच्छा पहले
Yeah.
किसको विद को पहले पसंद आए थे
I think स्टोरी के लिए तो हम यही बोलते हैं कि मेरे को सभी पहले पसंद आई थी, but I think सभी रेजिस्ट नहीं कर पाई थी चांद.
Of course.
But for 3 years you were just friends.
Yeah,
and
we were
कोई भी
just
मतलब
friends.
ट्रैक्शन किसी और से नहीं थी दोनों को.
Yeah, I mean, of course,
और
usual
थी
crushes.
अट्रैक्शन थी बुक्स से क्योंकि तब
अच्छा
सब-
हाँ, हम दोनों काफी geeky थे
हाँ.
because फिर अपनी IIT एंट्रेंस की तैयारी कर रहा था and I was just like a very driven, like too driven. My mom says तुम्हारी problem ये है कि तुम too driven थे. So yeah, there were usual crushes and everything, but we didn't date each other, and so eventually when we went to different colleges, we realized we are in love, and that's when we started dating. And it's just it's almost like we've evolved together, from being in school to studying and fulfilling our individual goals to now fulfilling a collective goal.
But for
something
the
we
first
share.
7 years we had a long distance relationship.
Yeah,
For
that
first
was
7
what-
years.
Yeah, it was very tough.
So you
I feel
started
like-
long distance relationship मतलब start ही long distance
हाँ. तो इसीलिए तो वो कहते हैं ना कि वो पुट्ठे हैं. हर चीज हर काम उल्टा ही कर दे.
Yeah,
That way.
Punjabis
Yeah, Punjabis.
But it was good also because we were able to focus on our studies.
Yeah, I think
I mean,
so.
I keep saying studies, but तभी था कि वो इंजीनियर
But
बनना
ये
है.
बहुत
I don't know कि
important
क्या
था
हुआ
actually.
उसका,
Yeah. But you were in Singapore and you were in
I was in Delhi. I was studying at DU, but I remember there was this time when I was much younger, and one of our very close, I won't name names, but in our
Please do
family, in our family, मेरे dad की side पर, there was an aunt. उनके husband उनको बहुत ज़्यादा like maltreat करते थे. तो हम बहुत सुनते थे घर पे and all of that. So while we were growing up, तभी इतना सुनते थे कि that's when I decided I have to be financially independent. I was like a teenager then, but उसकी वजह से I don't know, it's like a really stupid and silly small incident, but because हम इतना सुनते थे, I decided and promised myself. तो जब हम बड़े हो रहे थे, I was like, कुछ भी हो जाए, study should not suffer because I have to be financially independent. और उस वक्त लगता था कि that's the only way कि if you do well in exams and get to a good college. So I was very much like.
So but how did you manage your relationship ऐसे long distance? But वैसे usually लोग normal relationships
Yeah.
नहीं इतना टफ हो जाता
long
है
distance especially because
yeah.
trust issues वगैरह mainly होते हैं.
Exactly.
I think trust issues ऐसे नहीं थे, but every 4 months मैं 2 months के लिए मेरे को छुट्टी
Yeah.
मिलती थी तो मैं
We were at uni, no? So we could kind of college में it's easier to juggle things. So
yeah.
4 महीने अच्छे से पढ़ो और जो भी जब अकेले हो तो और फिर जब
जैसे एकदम स्टूडियस वो
I
वाला
know, I
podcast
was
लग रहा है,
studious.
पढ़ो
I can't help it.
बच्चों पढ़ो जरूर पढ़ो.
अभी एकदम से twist मारेगा.
Yeah, अभी twist होगा, but हाँ, so पढ़ो and then 2 months we would be inseparable and spend
Yeah.
lots of time together.
Yeah.
And in fact, मेरी पूरी family vid को already जानती थी. Even I mean, I didn't officially tell them we are dating or anything,
Yeah.
but literally everyone knew it because we would always be together when he was in town. So that's how it started.
I think it was good because
yeah, it was good. It was good.
it gave us the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
And I think वो time जो होता है that is formative. So you know
Yeah.
it's important कि आप अकेले भी grow कर रहे हो. जैसे मैं सिंगापुर में था, सभी दिल्ली में थी. Both
Yeah.
of us had our own individual identity and our lives as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
And thankfully there was no this thing कि oh trust, insecurity ऐसे नहीं. So we were very secure even back
We've
then.
actually had very honest conversations. I feel like शुरू से ना मतलब when we started dating, I was brought up in a home where बहुत हर चीज़ की बात करते थे हम. My dad was a doctor, तो even sexual health and stuff ना, तो
you
वो
were
बहुत
open with
honestly
them
बात
since
करते
the
थे.
start, yeah.
तो इसीलिए even when Vid and I started dating, I feel like since the beginning that was a thing. Like that established the trust कि
Yeah.
जब भी कुछ लगे ना कि हम enough बात नहीं कर पा रहे या we're not able to spend enough time with each other, we would always talk it out. And I feel like that's really helped as
Yeah.
we've like grown and
in
evolved
fact,
together.
in fact एक time था भी when we like you know
yeah,
we
we
were
had a breakup.
like a break, not breakup.
A break.
But
Yeah.
then you got back together.
Yeah,
हाँ,
we did.
I think that was
how long?
वो जो होता है ना वो बस distance बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहा था like
Yeah.
4 years 5 years ठीक था
Yeah,
but 6 7 तक आते आते and then we decided that you know one of us should make the move. So I quit my job in Singapore and I moved to Delhi. बहुत ही मतलब amazing है कि मैं आता हूँ वहाँ से.
हाँ, Vid ने बहुत like he had a very good job in Singapore after university, so he left it.
मैं बताऊँगा ना थोड़ा मसाला.
चल बता.
यहाँ पे मिल गया जॉब जो भी things are going fine and we have gotten into a routine. सभी एक दिन मेरे को
कुछ
बोलते
महीने हुए थे, 4 months maybe.
सभी मेरे को बोलती है विड मेरे को ना PhD के लिए फुल स्कॉलरशिप मिल गई है यूके में. मैं तो जा रही हूँ, तू देख ले क्या करना है.
Also, so मुझे पता है उन्होंने
Yeah.
अपनी life के लिए आगे के लिए step
And
Yeah.
it took me 10 seconds to say कि of course I'll come with you or we'll work it out.
Yeah.
But then I was like हम एक कैसे I think kitchen में बैठे थे.
I know.
Like-
Mom भी थी उधर actually. Yeah.
शादी कर लेते हैं.
Yeah. Because
किसने बोला था?
मतलब मैंने बोला था.
yeah, that was
उसके लिए
like
मेरे को
the
अभी भी डांट पड़ती है कि this was your big proposal. But
but I feel like the gesture matters so much more than the proposal because like how many boys will leave their well-paying job to literally follow their girlfriend slash whatever fiance now to make sure that she pursues her dreams. And the background to this was and why it was so important was कि जब मैं college में थी, like I'm saying, we didn't grow up in a very well-to-do sort of family. We had little, but my parents were always super content. They would keep saying कि there is nothing you can't do, you know. So I feel like that was so ingrained in my mind कि मैं सब कर सकती हूँ. Increasingly मुझे DU में लग रहा था कि I want to do a PhD, but I want to go abroad and do it. And I was like, okay, I want to go abroad, but my dad I knew didn't have the money, and I didn't even want to ask him for it. So I started applying. Like I would literally go attend my MA classes and everything. रात को late रात तक I would keep researching. सारी unis में I applied, and every scholarship I could find I applied. So finally there were like 3 different scholarships that I got, with which I could finance my PhD. So one for like the tuition fee, one for the stipend, and I was like, okay, now that I have all these 3, मैं थोड़ी odd jobs वगैरह करके I'll be able to finance my dream degree. So it was like a big dream, and I couldn't let it go because मैंने इतनी मेहनत की थी, and we knew that.
But you were working also then? मतलब
Yeah, I was teaching as well. Teaching का सारा money, whatever I used to earn, used to go into those applications because foreign unis की applications are expensive. So Vid knew this whole process. So as soon as I got the admission, he's like, look, this is your dream. You have to do it. Don't worry about me. I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to come with you. And so many of his colleagues questioned him कि लड़की के पीछे कौन जाता है,
मतलब
you
the
know,
basics
usual
just because
stuff.
you're doing it for a girl. Otherwise अगर ये same चीज
Yeah.
लड़की
करती तब कुछ ना होता.
Expected है.
करना
Exactly.
चाहिए.
That's ये मान लो कि एक तरीके से जेंडर स्टीरियोटाइप्स
Yeah.
ब्रेक करने का मेरा वो था.
Yeah.
But मेरे को यूके
He's
जाने का
always
ज्यादा
been-
शौक था.
बट ना मैं हमेशा से कृतिका को बोलती हूँ विद ना ऐसे रेयर स्पीशीज होते हैं ना फिर उनमें से एक मतलब
नहीं, but it was just कि
we respect your lot
मेरे
for
लिए-
the decision you made.
मेरे लिए लाइक आई न्यू कि सभी का जो पीएचडी करने का एक एस्पिरेशन इंस्पिरेशन एम्बिशन है वो is more important than a job for me. I mean, job तो कहीं और भी मिल जाएगी. So it's not like I took a rash decision. I had a few friends in UK. उनसे बात हुई तब the economy was brilliant.
Yeah, I remember.
So I quit the job. We got married and we moved to the UK.
Okay.
Yeah.
और जिस दिन we landed and I had a lot of interviews lined up because
I'm getting confused. This is after PhD?
No,
नहीं
this is,
PhD के लिए हम UK गए
PhD
थे.
अच्छा,
they
both
went
of you
to
went
India,
together.
हाँ.
I thought PhD के बाद you joined her.
मैं चली गई थी तो पीछे से mom and Vidit were doing all our शादी planning. I was like, I'm not interested as in I'm not interested in the little details. हाँ, ऐसे वाला तो आप सब करो और जब उस टाइम पे मैं आके I'll make sure that everything is in order. So ये लोग plan कर रहे थे पीछे से and then I came back. I had been there for 6-8 months. I came
अच्छा,
back.
6-8 months
Months
के
I
लिए
went
you were there.
alone. I was
Okay, and then he
studying,
joined.
and then I came back. We got
I
married.
was doing the visa stuff.
I was doing like
sorry.
paperwork and stuff, and then we both of us went there. I remember,
Yeah,
and
then we got married and we
yeah.
went
No,
there.
sorry, I cut your story. You landed and then?
So we landed और उसी दिन जो Lehman Brothers का एक crash हुआ था, basically the whole economy just crashed.
Yeah.
Okay, and then parents were very tense कि oh no अभी सब कुछ छोड़ छाड़ के लंदन गए. And Savi and I were like यार ये this is going to be the best honeymoon.
Extended honeymoon.
क्योंकि इंटरव्यू जॉब्स वालों ने सबने बोल दिया था कि
Yeah.
nothing for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
Please come back after 6 months.
Yeah.
And I had some money saved from Singapore. Savi had some from Delhi from her jobs.
Yeah.
And you were like, next 6 months na, matlab, let's just have fun. And actually that's where all this started in a way. हमने पहले भी travel किया था साथ में, but उन 6 months में we were like, man, we love this. And we made a pact कि हम हर month एक नई जगह पे जाएंगे.
Yeah, I remember that.
नई कंट्री ना हो वो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता बट नई जगह आउट ऑफ
jobs के साथ कैसे मैनेज होता
बट उस टाइम पे 6 months का गैप था ना.
वो उस वक्त तो 6 months का
तो
था
हमने
बट
बहुत
जॉब्स के
travel
बाद भी
किया.
तो फिर जॉब हमने ऐसी चूज की तो सभी वाज डूइंग अ पीएचडी
Yeah,
that's
I'm
what-
still
that's what-
writing. Yeah, I'm
सो
still
शी
writing.
यूज्ड टू राइट लाइक यू नो उसमें थोड़ा फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी होता है और मेरे जॉब था यूनिवर्सिटी में
Yeah.
very
Just
flexible
effort
हाँ
to
so
choose a job,
I didn't
actually.
I chose not to go into the banking sector or more lucrative because उसमें फिर stress ज़्यादा होता है like यूनिवर्सिटी में not that कि stress नहीं I don't want to undermine कि लोग सोचेंगे
नहीं
काम
नहीं
गया
ऑफ
कुछ.
कोर्स बहुत ऑब्वियसली बिजी था बट जैसे इधर भी गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स में होता है ना कि ज्यादा छुट्टी मिलती है
ज़्यादा
कंपेयर
छुट्टी
टू
है.
प्राइवेट
Yeah.
जॉब्स सो वी हैड मोर एंड देन एवरी टाइम ऐसे 4 भी छुट्टी होती थी वी वुड बी लाइक ओके इस बार कहाँ चले लेट्स गो टू प्राग
Prague,
लेट्स गो टू
Budapest.
बुदापेस्ट
Because London से वो आसान होता है ना like India से अभी now that we are in India
It's
you have to
harder,
make
I
a
feel like,
like a bigger plan
Yeah.
कि अब जा रहे हैं इतनी
तो
दूर
इतने
तो ये
दिन
भी
तो निकाल
करेंगे
के
वहां से बहुत ऐसे क्विक ट्रिप्स आसान हो जाते हैं तो हमने 10 years के लिए ये किया हर मंथ नई जगह
न्यू प्लेस
जब तक कोविड नहीं हुआ था
Yeah, we did this.
Every-
And you know, this is something.
So
we'll
this is how
always-
you started Bruised
Yeah.
Passports, right?
This is how we started traveling, and then after I think we'd been to 50 odd countries, and my friends and all our relatives would keep writing to me कि हम Paris जा रहे हैं कुछ advice दे दो or whatever. So one day I was like, you know what? Let me put this online. Maybe somebody who's a stranger will feel that this is helpful for them. So that's how we started Bruised Passports. So we had already been to 50 countries, and then we just put like our passion onto paper. But जब हमने start भी किया था तो हमने काफी like not goal oriented, but I always thought that I don't want it to be just like a personal diary. I wanted to be professional. I wanted to have good guides and stuff.
हैट्स ऑफ टू सभी यार मतलब जो विजन था ये मान लो कि जो आज है जो भी है सभी के दिमाग में वो when we started था कि हमको ये बनाना है और मैं ऐसे ट्राला फोटो खींचेंगे वाओ
I
फोटो
don't agree with this, you know. मतलब one thing he is right about is कि this whole attitude of I can't not do anything is very deep in me. So like I said with PhD कि कैसे नहीं मिलेगी मुझे और कैसे मैं फाइनेंस नहीं करूँगी, कुछ तरीका तो होगा. तो I knew कि हम कुछ तरीका निकाल लेंगे to travel and make a living out of it. But I feel like and this is something both of you touch a lot on, like the mental health and the pressure part of our profession, which people sometimes don't understand. The tehrav that Vid brings to our journey, it is unparalleled because I feel like that is the only reason because of which we've grown and we've been able to sustain it for so many years as well, because man, his contentment is on
Last week I was there.
Yeah, we met last
so
week.
I was there at the place and मैं बोल रही थी सभी को, सभी this is the level
Yeah.
of mental health I want to achieve.
Yeah. You know, it's really strange. तो जैसे अगर हमारा बहुत busy day है, like lots of meetings and stuff in the day, तब जब हम सुबह उठते हैं तो there are in normal human beings there's lots of tabs open in our mind कि कैसे होगा ये वो, but Vid जब coffee भी बनाता है 10 मिनट के लिए, suppose he is there, he is present, so he is literally like all the mental health cliches sometimes that we read on Pinterest and all, he is living them, and I feel like because of that it grounds me, and you know, so that is a good balance because I do have that, but then that can also be bad sometimes, you know, for your mental
I think
health.
you need a bit of both.
Yeah, you need a bit of both.
Because अगर सिर्फ मेरे जैसे ही होता तो मान लो कि 2 हफ्ते में एक पोस्ट लगती, उसमें भी ऐसे कि ऐसे या तो कोई ड्रोन शॉट ऐसे ऊपर से, ठीक है.
Such a perfectionist.
No, exactly. I mean, जो लगती वो बहुत अच्छी होती, बट वो जो लगती है कि हाँ अच्छा आज कृतिका से मिलना है, चलो कल लगा देंगे, आज इससे मिलना है, चलो
अच्छा मुझे लगा कल मिल लेंगे.
नहीं वो जो डिटर्मिनेशन है वो सभी में है, डिसिप्लिन आई वुड से. कभी कभी हम ट्रैवल करते हैं, साउथ अमेरिका में है अगर, posting time is usually 11 a.m. India time. So that translates to around I think 3:30 a.m. in Chile or Argentina. ऐसे कुछ था. तो हर रोज अलार्म बजता था 3:30
Yeah,
पे.
I would wake up and upload for sure.
I'm sure you are a lot like that.
Exactly, मैं वही बोलने वाली थी, जैसे विद सभी को कंप्लीट करता वाइस वर्सा.
You guys are like
कृतिका
that,
इज
yeah.
मोर डिसिप्लिन्ड,
Yeah.
और यही सेम अगर होता, अगर मैं कृतिका मेरी तरह होती तो यही होता, पॉडकास्ट होना चलो कल कर लेते हैं. ये होता है.
बट कितनी सही बात नहीं है कि ये लोग हैं ऐसे.
Exactly, मेहनत भी
Just to
करनी
kind of
पड़ती है.
keep things in order. तो हम वो क्रिएटिविटी थोड़ी सी, थोड़ा
थोड़ा
मजाक
fun लाते हैं.
थोड़े गुड लुक्स,
गुड लुक्स, ऑब्वियसली, वरना हमारे बिना ये लोग क्या कर पाते हैं.
But I say this always, मुझे ऐसा लगता है more than grounding also ना, मुझे ऐसा लगता है the kind of peace that I need in my life. And कि तू सही कर रही है,
तो definitely
I need that. अब मुझे लोग इतनी बार बोलते हैं कौन सी बैटरी यूज करती है, तो दिन में 3 यूज करती है. But I feel you're the heart.
Yeah.
And she's the mind. I know.
No,
mix
I
of
mean,
both.
I'm the heart.
I feel like for good partnerships to thrive, you don't have to replicate each other's strengths. I feel like you need to know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and then that's what makes the partnership kind of work.
I think because anyway हमारी सोसाइटी में, I think हम बहुत ज़्यादा डाइग्रेस कर गए जर्नी से,
अच्छी बात है, podcast is
सोसाइटी पे आ गए.
I love that.
I think हम जब बड़े भी हो रहे थे तो a lot of times all of us have seen कि बहुत डिफाइंड रोल्स होते हैं कि ये आदमी है तो ये करे, ये लेडी है तो ये. बट आई थिंक दैट्स नॉट एंटायरली ट्रू, इफ मे बी नॉट ट्रू एट ऑल, बिकॉज सबकी अपनी अपनी स्ट्रेंथ्स होती हैं. एंड आई थिंक रिलेशनशिप में दैट्स व्हाट मैटर्स कि ओके अगर कोई और लीड ले रहा है, लाइक यू नो इन टर्म्स ऑफ डिसिप्लिन, माई ईगो शुड नॉट बी हर्ट, राइट? आई शुड बी सपोर्टिव. कोई और चीज होगी, मान लो वीजा लगवाना है, समथिंग दैट इज माय स्ट्रेंथ वेयर इट्स पेपर वर्क, वहां पे आई टेक द लीड. आई टेक द लीड, राइट? सो अब ये तो बहुत छोटा सा एग्जांपल है, बट ऐसे आई थिंक दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, एंड दैट्स व्हाट वी हैव डन in the 2 years that we have been together.
But I think there's an understanding ना, अगर वो चीज मिसिंग है ना, तो if you're not complete as an individual, तो आप हमेशा ये तो relationship को
कृतिका ये तो लास्ट संडे वाला डायलॉग लग रहा है.
मैंने मारा मारा था आपने मारा था
किसी ने भी मारा छोड़ना क्या फर्क पड़ता है
ऑनलाइन तो नहीं आया ना फिर से मार देते हैं
I thought I'm really fortunate sitting with such powerful women today.
But you know, I thought of one example. I remember a few years ago, I suffered like 2-3 साल के लिए actually I suffered from a really bad bout of acne, cystic acne. तो obviously painful तो था ही, मतलब it wasn't like 5-6, it was like 100-200 pimples all over my face, and with our profession and everything, it was obviously very traumatic. And I would be like कुछ भी काम नहीं कर रहा ऐसे you know, I would keep obsessing about it obviously and feel a little low. I remember I was like, will this ever get okay, you know, because I was really down one day, and he's like, listen, when people talk to you, they're not looking at your acne, they're looking at how kind you are or how intelligent you are or how accomplished you are. And I was telling him काफी दिन बाद कि that one thing obviously, you know, it affects your self-worth. You feel like, okay, don't get down in the dumps, हो जाएगा ठीक, जैसे भी होगा, I'm doing this, whatever needs to be done, I'm going to a dermat and whatever, हो जाएगा ठीक. But उसी टाइम पे अगर कोई तुम्हें उल्टा बोले कि you're looking ugly or whatever, that will affect your self-worth so much. And that's why I feel the people you surround yourselves with are so important, because they can make or break your self-worth completely, you know, and your confidence.
Yeah,
So
that's so true.
that's the
सही मैंने सिखाया, सही बोला.
सही बात। अच्छे से रटा मारा था
But that's so true. I think इस same way में ना दीक्षा ने मेरी इतनी help करी है while growing up.
Of course.
My parents were like ऐसा नहीं था कि तुम कुछ भी कर सकते हो, because मुझे ऐसा लगता है जैसे किसी की अपब्रिंगिंग उनकी खुद की हुई होती है ना, वो उतना ही दे पाता है. Like you can't blame your parents all your life कि आपने मेरे को ये नहीं बोला. वो नेगेटिव थोड़ा सा होता है कि नेगेटिव मोटिवेशन वो था कि क्या कर रहे हो, बैठे हुए हो, oh you've gained so much weight, lose weight. तो वो नेगेटिव मोटिवेशन थी. But
लड़के नहीं मिलेंगे पंजाबी mentality.
No, but the motivation was there. They were trying their best. But still, I made sure कि मतलब I wanna be something for myself. I was always the underdog in school also. कि oh never raise your hand. बिल्कुल चुपचाप साइड पे बैठे रहो. मेरी बारी आएगी तो no मैं freak out.
वॉशरूम चले जाना.
वॉशरूम चले जाती. काउंट करती थी ऐसे, ठीक है, जैसे आप काउंट कर लेते हो ना कि अच्छा 5
इतने में मेरा
देख रही थी, oh shit मेरी बारी आने वाली है, कैसे अलाइन करूं अपना टाइम. I still remember I was sitting at my home and मैं सिर्फ सोच रही थी, कृतिका, you can't live like this all your life. This is so depressing. So मैंने एक दिन सोचा कि I'll be someone. एक दिन मुझे टीवी पे लोग देखेंगे और बोलेंगे मैं इसको जानती हूँ.
अभी देखो
अभी तुम्हारा बिलबोर्ड भी देखा था मैंने.
नहीं कैडबरी गाइस.
You two were in the same school.
Yes, जो मोटिवेशन मुझे मॉम डैड से नहीं मिला ना अगर कभी भी, वो मुझे दीक्षा से मिला है somehow. कि you can do it, पागल है, आराम से कर लेगी, ये कर लेगी. मुझे लगता था ये मुझसे छोटी है, मुझे बोलना चाहिए इसको, ये मुझे सिखा रही है. So she's played a big role in my life. जो भी मैं अभी तक कर पाई हूँ आज तक, I think अगर मुझे पुश नहीं करती तो maybe I would have started and stopped कि नहीं हो रहा.
Actually मेरे घर में growing up it was the same. I am the younger one. मेरा बड़ा भाई है और वो बहुत ऐसे लाइक नॉट सीरियस बट एकदम जो होते हैं ना कि ज्यादा बात, और मैं ऐसे नोटी टाइप सा था, स्टूडियस भी था, मतलब ऐसे कि हाँ सब चीज में स्पोर्ट्स में ठीक. तो बहुत बार क्या होता था कि आई डोंट नो तुम्हारे घर में ये था बट बड़े वाले को हमेशा ज्यादा डांट पड़ती है और ज्यादा
वो तो it's always like that.
Not in your house.
In my house.
So basically
like, my dad and I had a fight.
My mom was a school teacher and my dad was an engineer. तो घर में हमेशा से ऐसे था कि हाँ पढ़ो, मार्क्स लाओ, IIT में रैंक लाओ, you know, obsession, IIT या एम्स, IIT या एम्स. तो मैं एक पढ़ता था, रैंक वैंक आगे जो भी ठीक है, बट मेरा बड़ा भाई उसको ना जब डांट पड़ रही होती थी अगर हम दोनों खड़े हैं तो एक स्टेज पे आके फिर आई यूज्ड टू बी लाइक चल यहाँ से हम चलते हैं, क्यों सुन रहे हैं. डैड अभी भी हमको बताते हैं ऐसे, और मॉम हंस के बोलती हैं कि पहले तो तुम दोनों खड़े होकर ऐसे अगर डांट पड़ रही है तो खाते थे, डांट खा लेते थे, बट एक स्टेज आया जब डांट पड़ रही है तो विदित बोलता था भैया क्यों खड़े हैं, लेट्स गो. और फिर उसके बाद डांट एनीवे कम हो गया.
ऐसा होता है कभी मैं स्ट्रेस ले रही होती हूँ ना घर की किसी सिचुएशन से, कुछ भी, तो मुझे तो बॉदर क्यों कर रही है, ब्लॉक क्यों ब्रेन बंद कर दे. मैं
I love their way of thinking because their priorities are so sorted.
But maybe we are not thinking of anything.
True.
You said no, it's खाली.
हाँ, so many
I'm
times
sitting-
he is making coffee in the morning, एकदम ऐसे meditative उसके साथ. हम like क्या सोच रहा है, ऐसा क्या हुआ? He's like कुछ भी नहीं, खाली है मेरा.
Actually कुछ नहीं सोच रहा.
I'm like that is a dream.
बट कैसे लाइक क्या तुम सुबह उठते हो तो फिर तुम्हारी चेकलिस्ट जारी होती है तुम्हारे दिमाग
जैसे कि ओ शिट कॉल्स आने लगे मैनेजर के कॉल, ये करना है वो करना है, ओ यू हैव टू पोस्ट आल्सो, देन कितने दिन हो गए ये नहीं करा,
and we should work with something bigger. What is the next goal? Of course.
But do you go through that list multiple times? मतलब ऐसे एक लूप में जाते हैं तुम्हारे दिमाग में?
He knows
इसके
your
माइंड में तो अपने माइंड में चेक करती रहती है लिस्ट को. She's like
तुम्हारे माइंड में इंसेप्शन हो रहा होता है.
मतलब जैसे अभी आने से पहले ना सब कुछ, मैं कल रात को लेट आई थी, सब चीजें डिले हो गई, तो मैं दीक्षा बोलती मेरा ब्रेन 2x की स्पीड पे चल रहा है, मैं काम डाउन कैसे करूँ, तो टेंशन क्यों ले रही है. मैंने बोला वो पहुंचने वाले हैं, हमें जल्दी रैप अप करना है सब कुछ, बार-बार चलता रहता है.
Savi is a lot like that.
I used to be even more like that, but living with him has, I think, calmed me down.
I don't know उसको compliment लें अभी या एक चाटा, but I will take that.
It's a good thing. पता है अगर constantly अगर आप दोनों की माइंड की स्पीड पे अगर हम चलते रहे ना, तो एक पॉइंट आएगा इतने ज्यादा
पॉइंट ही नहीं, लड़ाई होगी,
फ्रस्ट्रेशन होगी, then you will stop working only.
बट मेरे ना
इतनी फ्रस्ट्रेशन लेवल बढ़ जाएगा.
हाँ, बट मेरे को लगता है मेरे 2 extremes होते हैं. जैसे if I'm working 5 days ना, तो I'm working like full with
You are a Gemini. Gemini is extremist.
I'm also a Gemini and do this. But when I switch off,
then I switch off.
अगर कुछ छोटा सा भी आ जाए, I'm like, I'm not working today. No.
और Gemini मैंने बहुत सारे ऐसे देखे, मतलब a friend of mine is also Gemini. वो भी एकदम extreme है. He's like कि मैं अगर करता हूँ तो कुछ बिल्कुल extreme नहीं करना तो नहीं करना. And there are two moods.
मेरा usually ऐसे है कि
He's a Virgo.
कि बैलेंस में चलता है. और बहुत दिन ऐसे होते हैं.
You know, and he has, I mean, something I appreciate the most about him is his priorities are straight.
बहुत प्रेज
नहीं, जैसे
बार-बार बुलाना ऐसे पॉडकास्ट पे.
अगर suppose my mom says something, उसी दिन बात हो रही थी कुछ कि you should do this or something, so he said कि should का कोई question ही नहीं, I will do it if I want to do it because it should come from my heart. And then in fact he was quoting this example only जो अभी पहले he said कि अगर मैंने society को follow किया होता and I hadn't gone to London just because it's a gendered thing not to go, I would have missed on the best years of my life. True. So there is no time that I will follow something because society is telling me to. I'll do what feels right to me. So that clarity I feel really helps.
At the end of the day, a lot of what happens to you and around you is two things: choice that you make and your willingness to accept the consequences of that. Because बहुत बार मैं ये सुनता हूँ लोगों को कि ओ काश ये किया होता तो ये ना होता, बट मैं उनको, और मेरा दिमाग ना बहुत ऐसे मैथमेटिकली लॉजिकली चलता है, तो मैं कहता हूँ कि लेट्स रिवाइंड बैक टू दैट जंक्शन. ये जरूरी थोड़ी ना कि अगर तुमने दूसरी चीज ली होती तो बाकी जो तुम्हारे सब हुए हैं अभी वो सेम होता. यू कांट कीप दिस एज अ कांस्टेंट एंड से कि हाँ वहां जाके मैं वो वाली चीज चेंज कर देता हूँ. इट कांट बी सिलेक्टिव लाइक दैट.
बट आई जस्ट वांट टू ऐड, जैसे अभी जो डिसीजन विद ने बताया था कि मैंने सोचा कि चलो आई लीव माय जॉब एंड आई मूव टू अ डिफरेंट कंट्री, वो consequences ready थे लेने के लिए कि जो भी होगा I have decided.
Exactly. Yeah, of course.
और वो कुछ भी.
And look what happened, you know.
And imagine, मतलब the day you landed, बहुत
वो
सही में
मैं बता रहा हूँ बॉलीवुड मूवी बनने चाहिए इसमें ऐसे वो बिजली गिरती है ना, Davy landed ऐसे crash.
पता है, I want to give credit to you because बहुत बार ऐसा होता है जब अब वो जो सिनेरियो को नेगेटिव वे में ले सकते, मैंने पूरी लाइफ छोड़ दी, अब आते ये हो गया, shit सब लोग क्या बोलेंगे, and you took it in a great sense कि चलो honeymoon extend कर लेते हैं. बहुत सारे लोगों का mindset नहीं होता है ऐसा कि ओ लेट्स थिंक पॉजिटिवली कि क्या कर सकते हैं.
जब ब्लॉग शुरू किया था और फिर उसके 2 साल बाद, बिकॉज पहले 2 साल के लिए वी वर डूइंग फुल टाइम जॉब्स एंड ब्लॉग, बिकॉज दैट्स लाइक द की टाइम, राइट? यू हैव टू ग्रो योर ब्लॉग. We were working like 18-20 hours.
So you were working there,
London.
You started a job.
He got a job and he got a great job and it was like he said at the university. तो उसमें हमको काफी टाइम मिलता था ट्रैवल करने का. फिर उसके अगले 3-4 साल हमने सिर्फ ट्रैवल किया. There was no blog or anything. And then we thought कि
you started blogging after 50 countries.
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah.
So I just want to ask, like before all of this started, like how did you guys manage like budget wise and like month, because there's so many people who really want to travel.
Correct.
So do you want to like suggest something, and how did you guys manage?
एक conscious choice था वही, again वो choice and consequence. A lot of our friends were going out partying every week and there's no right or wrong, right? हमको था
saving for houses at that time and we were like house is not our first priority. So actually we've always, like I said, had honest conversations and also honest financial conversations. तो जब जैसे the crash happened and Vid had just landed, so he's like मेरे पास इतनी savings हैं
correct.
And I said मेरे पास इतनी है, let's do this, and तब तक of course you'll get a job. तो इसी तरह से even when he had a job and I was getting my stipend because of my PhD, तो हम सोचते थे कि ये money है, where should we put this? तो हमने सबसे पहले एक rainy day sum बनाया कि अगर emergency हो तो होना चाहिए पैसे,
कि कभी मैं सभी को इतना annoy करूं और वो मेरे को balcony से push कर दें, कुछ ऐसा हुआ.
उसके बाद we said that we'll spend everything else on travel and experiences because that was our priority then. So a lot of our friends were saving for houses, they were very fond of partying, they still are. So all of that was happening and we were like, okay, अभी 2-3 साल के लिए ये सब नहीं करते, सिर्फ travel करते because obviously सब कुछ same time पे करने के money नहीं थे. फिर धीरे धीरे of course as your the blog starts, then your income grows, then your priorities, after you fulfill that, then you're like, okay, now I can buy a house or whatever. And there's no right order, but for us it was experiences and then the other thing.
But आपके कभी भी mind में आया था that through traveling you can earn, like
so I have this.
तब मोस्टली ऐसे ज्यादा ऐसा लगता था कि फोटोग्राफी, writing, because Savi always used to contribute to Times of India ऐसे.
And you work with hotels also, ना? You told me you
तो
used to-
photography writing से when we started blogging we were in UK, तो वहाँ पर already जो ये influencer industry, content
इतना
creator,
तो नहीं था. I think the word influencer didn't even
हाँ
exist.
influencer नहीं था वहाँ, वो blogging था.
blogger,
Influencer तो अभी
अभी recently आया है.
Yeah.
तो तब वो थोड़ी सी mature थी वहाँ. And it was good to know कि you know these are the possibilities कि ऐसे तुम काम कर सकते हो.
But no one was like earning a full-time income from even blogging at that stage. So we never thought, but we thought कि चलो hobby है, we can make it somewhat sustainable. But 2 years के लिए जब हम jobs और travel juggle कर रहे थे, after 2 years we kind of reached a point where we were earning almost as much as our jobs, but not almost, मतलब half 2/3 of our jobs.
कि वो एक लग जाता है ना कि हाँ इस पे अब एक थोड़ा सा
पंच ले सकते हो,
ले सकते हो.
But even at that time I was very scared because I said that I like stability, discipline, so I was like I cannot do this. I can't leave like a stable career. So and stuff. Vid was ready. Vid's like क्या हो जाएगा maximum, we have education, we'll come back to our job. So he was always like completely ready, and that's I think the nervousness and the excitement is so great at that time that you don't know कि तुम सही कर रहे हो या गलत कर रहे हो. And I think that holds actually true for all of us. Because I feel like in other industries I hear people say, oh, this woman is breaking the glass ceiling, but our industry has no glass ceiling. We are literally crafting the industry every single day. There's nervousness, there's responsibility, there's excitement, all at the same time, you know. So you're dealing with a lot, but
Plus
we
we
were
have
like,
very good
let's
months
do
and
it.
very bad per se, but like we have.
But
like
just
any
like
freelance
everything,
job,
just like everything, right?
Yeah.
In this. But
So
to
सब
answer your
कुछ
question कि proper rationing हुआ था, but उसमें
पूरा
ये
हुआ
बहुत
था.
important था कि you should be clear कि हाँ इसमें पैसे लगेंगे ट्रैवल करने के लिए, बट दैट शुड बी योर प्रायोरिटी, बिकॉज अदरवाइज क्या होता है 1-2 ट्रिप के बाद लगने लग जाता है. और हमारे फ्रेंड्स को ऐसे हुआ था कि यार इससे अच्छा तो हम कार में डाल दें अभी या हाउस में डाल दें, बिकॉज मे बी दे डोंट एंजॉय इट एज मच. फॉर देम इट्स गुड इफ इट्स once a year or twice a year. बट हमको तो ऐसे था कि
our field it's like more of a passion thing. अगर आपका passion है then only you can
of course
go towards
get bored or just sick of it.
because जितना you guys travel, personally I am not more towards that travel वाला thing इतना, तो मुझे भी लगता नहीं. So after some time I really want to go back home after 10 days to my friends and everyone. So वो होता है थोड़ा सा. So that's the thing.
Also like trying new foods, you have to be so open to talking to new people. So it's an adventure, but I feel like as long as you're
like
together, it's fine.
It's like a stress test for your body as well, because
and your relationship as well.
वो तो like 24/7 together.
Like you're working together, you're traveling together, you're staying together. So that's
so we must really
there's
like
no
each
space.
other.
But अगर आप लोग को space अगर चाहिए होगी, like there's a time कि you're traveling and कुछ ऐसा हो कि यार now I need my space. What do you guys do?
If we have
coffee shops जाता है.
if we or if we have rented a car, कहीं ऐसी जगह जहाँ कार रेंट किया हुआ है, तो I'll go to a viewpoint and shoot sunset there. Because जिसमें जैसे अगर लैंडस्केप का फोटो लेना है, सभी या मेरे नहीं आना है, तो just जाओ वहाँ पे 1-2 hours you just spend there, put your camera on time lapse mode, just sit there, enjoy your time, and in that time Savi usually maybe will go to a museum
or
just
shopping or something.
just sleep
I feel
in
like
the room.
we do a lot of things separately actually, but a lot of our followers think we do everything together because we are documenting only when Vid's around. I suck at documenting my life, so I'm just doing my thing like museum, library, shopping, whatever it is, or out with my friends, and Vid is doing his thing.
You should do a series or something like that. Solo girls travel, but I really want to travel solo, so I would like love to watch a video. Or
I have traveled.
नहीं अब नहीं होता. हमने वो कोटा कर लिया 7 years.
I don't want you to travel alone, but just with him for a day or two. 1-2 दिन के लिए
फिर ठीक है.
To be honest,
तो ऐसे प्लान कर लेंगे कि
तब तक आप सनसेट वगैरह शूट करने जा रहे
हैं. नहीं, जो कभी every few months ऐसे होता है कि I will say something to annoy her.
No, it's usually कि -30 degrees है. Okay, I mean Northern Lights are amazing, but after the first half an hour, 1 hour, तुम कार में वापस आना चाहते हो, but Vid can shoot them for 7 hours. So after 2 hour का mark ना, I'm like बस मेरा हो गया.
इस बार ना हम 2 phones लेके, मतलब phones तो 2 होते हैं हमेशा, दोनों में डेटा था. So जब सभी का threshold, and this is what is called growing up together, right? जब सभी का threshold, जब सभी का मेरे को दिख जाता है कि सभी का भी ना, सभी ऐसे आंसर हो रही है, यहाँ वहाँ हाथ जा रहे हैं, तो मैं कहता हूँ सभी go sit in the car. When they come out again, I will message you, be ready.
He's like, he's pinging me, the Northern Lights are out again, you can come. So that's
the best compromise, right? I mean, I don't want to miss out on the opportunity of having a photo with Sabi under the Northern Lights. But if she,
and I do like seeing them, you know, but after seeing them like 15-20 minutes, half an hour, I'm like, it's very cold, so you need to go in. And he's like, no, I'm just out here, I'll shoot the stars. Said okay, I'll wait for like 10 minutes, and then I'm like, bas mera
this
ho
November,
gaya.
let all of us go to Iceland.
We should manifest that on this podcast.
ये clip डालेंगे podcast के अंदर.
And यहाँ
But this was the
पे
second time you went to see Northern Lights, right?
Second नहीं, I think like 8th or 9th time. हाँ, because we've been to Iceland, I think 3 times.
But उसकी novelty wear off होती है ऐसे कि अब
नहीं,
देख लिया.
मेरे लिए नहीं होती. Actually,
मतलब
that is one
ऐसे
travel experience that makes me cry every single time.
Really?
Yeah. It's like so overwhelming, you know, because जैसे पहली बार जब हमने देखा था तो इतना strong नहीं था.
Sorry, मैंने Vid को cut कर दिया.
नहीं बिल्कुल not. I was just saying कि 2-3 साल के बाद जाते हैं हम, तो इसलिए ऐसे नॉवेल्टी नहीं. बट ऑफ कोर्स अगर वहाँ लोकल से बात करो,
उनके लिए obviously वो normal होगा.
Obviously they can see it from their backyard. जो light वाली होती है ना, ऐसे जैसे powdery green type, वो की उसकी novelty wears off, but when it's really green and the whole sky is lit up, it's just amazing every single time.
I'll plan. I'll be the photographer for the 3 of you. So
फिर then Vid के पास 3 subjects होंगे.
हाँ, वो तो ठीक है. Vid पे मत डालो. मैं तो ये कह रहा था, तो मेरा ट्रिप तो स्पॉन्सर्ड होगा ना फिर आपके लिए.
I'll do it. No, but you know, to answer your what we were talking about, like this conversation is going in every direction. But both of us have traveled solo a lot. I've been to New York and so many other places, and Vid spent so much time in France and Italy and stuff. But we just nothing compares to the joy of traveling together. Because I feel like you experience so much stuff when you're traveling, new things, new foods, new people. So it really helps, at least it really helps me to have a familiar person who's sharing all that with you. Because when you come home, you're like, you remember that or that thing we tasted. So it's
But
nice.
it's very important for both partners to be on the same wavelength. If you want to travel so much, or even one holiday, because we get so many comments and messages sometimes saying that I wish my husband or my wife liked traveling this much. I really want to go here, but she or he doesn't like the cold. So for travel to be magical as a couple, like both of you should
be on the same page.
It's not for everybody, but people who do enjoy it, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So.
Do you enjoy traveling?
I love traveling, but same thing. I think after 15 days, I'm gonna come back.
That's fair.
In 15 days, I'm gonna come back.
But also in our case, we can also work from there. So add to the love part of it, we can work. Just say, if we spend so long, I think that's the highlight of this life that we've designed for ourselves, that we can just work in a tiny island in South America or we lived in Guatemala for so long and we were just working from there. So regular life is going on, after the first 2-3 days, it's not like you're whipping out the camera every day, but you're going to the local market, you're testing your tuta futa Spanish, you're buying local avocados, those are the little joys of traveling that you sometimes miss in the shorter trips because time in hota, you're checking things off your list. So I think that's the kind of traveling we always loved, but thanks to this life that we've built, we've made it financially sustainable. So I feel like that is the highlight totally.
But I also just want to say that it's not as easy as it looks.
Exactly. So I was about to come to that question. When we put up the story on WhatsApp Sisters page, so there were so many, most of the questions are like, I really love traveling and I really want to start a blog, but where do I start from? Like,
this I want Vit to answer. Please, you start.
Where do I start from? First of all, there is no right or wrong. Right?
Exactly.
You see what you like about traveling, but start करना इसी purpose से कि मैं पैसे कमाऊंगा या कमाऊंगी, that is a sure shot way for it to fail. You really need to enjoy traveling because it is very, very
But I think
strenuous.
These are people who already enjoy traveling. So I feel
and
like
उसके बाद
starting small. Starting small and whatever your budget is, just say even with an outfit, for example, if you have 1,000 rupees, you can go to Sarojini. If you're really skilled at putting together an outfit, and I think we used to do this so much during college as well.
I still do it. I only get 1,000 rupees for my outfit.
But travel में भी यही होता है कि no matter, let's say you have 5,000 rupees, there is no right or wrong, but you can search for like a unique hotel or unique hostel in a city that's close to you. So it doesn't need to be an international destination or anything. Start small and सबकी eye जो होती है ना वो बहुत unique होती है in the sense कि if I go to Varanasi, I will see it very differently from what someone else sees.
What I love about your posts and especially the captions, it's very poetic in a way, like you're experiencing the same thing. Just by looking at the picture, by reading the caption, I feel like मैं वहाँ थी.
और actually sorry for cutting you. sorry tag खेलते हैं हम. नहीं but हमारा and funny you say that because जब शुरू में मैं थोड़े hotels के लिए photograph करता था उस टाइम पे एक mandate आता था कि ये angle होना चाहिए, bed ऐसे, window ऐसे, उसमें उनको लोग नहीं चाहिए थे. और हमने इतनी बार बोला कि
just like the standard hotel
जो होते ना ऐसे
जो make my trip पे
do that photography
तो मैं ये सोचता था कि इसको देख के कुछ इमोशंस नहीं आ रहे. यहीं पर अगर एक कपल होता तो ऐसे लगता कि हाँ it's such a beautiful place, even we want to be there. And similarly for Iceland, right? If you just put a picture,
that was actually the primary reason as well why we started sharing our stories.
If you just put a picture of Northern Lights, even when I hadn't started blogging, I used to think and I was like, हाँ कोई ठीक है ऐसे कोई और गया होगा, कोई westerner गया होगा. And then when we started traveling, our sole aim was कि और Indians देखें तो उनको ऐसे लगे कि हाँ हम भी जा सकते हैं, just to kind of
equip people and give them that mental confidence that it's okay if it's minus 30 degrees, you'll be fine, you know. So that's been this thing as well.
Especially I think as humans we always look for similarity,
connection, relatability, right?
Relatability.
All of us are very competitive. So half are relatable वाले में चले गए, half are competitive कि ये कर सकते तो मैं तो कर सकता. So but both ways we are happy.
मैं इसी से एक क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहूँगी. मुझे पता है बहुत पक चुके होगे इस क्वेश्चन से. ऐसा कौन सा कोन है जो आपको सबसे पसंद आया था separately last?
Okay. I think it's different for both of us.
मेरे तो दो फेवरेट हैं और एक आइसलैंड और एक लद्दाख.
Yeah, he always says that because he loves driving in barren landscapes, you know.
I don't know, but when we went to Ladakh, we found it very boring.
You have to go there. Thank you, I love you too.
It's very beautiful. Drive is very beautiful. It's very scenic, but
like you go there for the solitude, right? I mean, and also for the landscape, like if you want to photograph, so वहाँ पर photography का भी थोड़ा आ जाता है. Like if I wasn't shooting, then probably after a few days I would find it boring, and it also depends on what time of the year you go.
January.
So winter is usually
harder. I think it's very photogenic, but there's not much to
people
do.
around when there are people.
Summer we did a beautiful road trip Delhi se to Leh Ladakh.
Yeah, we drove from Delhi to Ladakh.
So it was a different.
बोल दिया करो कभी कृतिका दीक्षा let's go.
Let's go.
अब मेरे को पता नहीं मैं
हम
इसको
तो
क्या
डिफरेंट रूम में ही
बोलूं
रहेंगे, आपको आपके
नहीं लेके जाना नहीं लेके जाना था सीधा
नहीं तो बोलते रहो आइसलैंड चलेंगे यार और फोटोग्राफर भी होगा तुम्हारे साथ
लद्दाख हमने एक्सपीरियंस ही नहीं करा और मुझे स्पेशली
there's lots to do. It's
टाइम
really
पे
nice.
बहुत डिप्रेसिंग था ना
मतलब there were very few people.
Yeah, I think
कैफेज
that's
में सिर्फ
because
हम
there are
4
few
लोग बैठे
people.
होते
Yeah,
हैं.
नहीं,
winter में
हो सकता
वो,
है
हाँ.
दैट बट विंटर में जैसे इफ यू गो टू पैंगोंग और इवन यू गो टू चिलिंग एक छोटा सा विलेज है वहाँ लोग नहीं होते बट वहाँ जैसे रिवर इज फ्रोजन
सो कुछ ऐसा डिफरेंट एक्सपीरियंस को मिलेगा
ले में compared to summer months of course winter is this thing but Iceland is just another vibe and driving there is just something else you will see in November मैं सिर्फ business class में ही जाता हूँ
आप अपना कार्ड दे देना उससे स्वाइप
चलो ठीक है
या
चलो,
फिर हम
ठीक है।
अपने कलेक्टिव बैंक अकाउंट से इसका ट्रिप
ठीक है जो तुम्हारा फिर ऐसे कर लेते हैं पैक्ट कि जो तुम्हारा वो हमारा
अच्छा
और जो मेरा वो तुम्हारा
आप पहले हमें लद्दाख लेके जाना
अच्छा फिर देखेंगे अच्छा
फिर हम डिसाइड करेंगे कि हमें
एग्जैक्टली
आई सी कि एक ऐसे टर्न हो गया ओके नहीं कंपनी पसंद हो या ना हो देखो तुमको फोटोज अच्छे मिल जाएंगे और तुम तीनों के लिए वो काफी इम्पोर्टेंट है
बिफोर वी जंप ऑन टू यू मेरे को ये सिर्फ क्लियर करना था लद्दाख वाला ना हमारा एक्सपीरियंस इसलिए भी बेकार था हम 2 बार गए थे
Yeah, I remember that trip where you reached and कुछ कोविड टेस्टिंग का
ऐसा होता है
सिचुएशन था
पीपल जो थोड़ा सा भी आपसे हार्शली बात करें को लगता है सब ऐसे
बट
हैं।
नहीं
yeah,
बट
ऐसा
व्हेन
नहीं
वी वेंट टू
होता।
लद्दाख इट वाज पूरा खाली
नहीं जब हम
Literally
एंटर
खाली.
कर रहे थे तो हमें होटल से ना बड़ा वो ऐसा वियर्ड
Weird सा है,
ऐसा लगता है सब लोग ऐसे हैं यहाँ पर बट इट्स नॉट द
They were
सेम
But
sweetest
हाँ.
people, but हाँ, I can imagine कि सर्दी में it's a little, you know, like it's scary because there
Yeah.
isn't too many people
but now
around. Yeah.
you will talk about your
Me,
feelings.
I mean, mine are completely opposite because I like cities. I like hustle bustles. I love Peru a lot. It's one of my favorite countries, and wherever we've gone now, nicest people, amazing food. You'll really love it because it's vegetarian food, but very good food.
Yeah.
And such colorful, like
मुझे
bohemian
लग रहा है मेरे को
clothes.
इसमें में ना मैं सभी से ज्यादा रिलेट कर पा रही हूँ क्योंकि मुझे भी ऐसे सिटी
हाँ.
वाइब ज्यादा
And the
बहुत सारे
second,
लोगों
I mean, it's a
Yeah.
cliche, I know, but I'm not saying it because of the Eiffel, but I really love Paris. And I think I love it because I know it at the back of my hand now.
Yeah.
And I love art galleries, museums, shopping, obviously. But baki sab cheeze bhi which come with the city, like it holds a special place in my heart. And that's why we go there so often as well. I just love it. So
Yeah.
those would be my two.
बट पेरू के माउंटेन्स हाउ आर दे सो कलरफुल
yeah, they are, you know.
जैसे
And-
Pinterest पे आते
हाँ हाँ they are थोड़ा सा saturated होता है जो Pinterest पे है but they are and also there is so much more to it जैसे mountains and Machu Picchu was what I was expecting but when we went there we even stayed in this tiny village for a week or something but it was so nice the people are so lovely and there is so much more to do you know I didn't know it had vineyards we went to
Yeah.
vineyards
Beaches.
there are beaches there are these
beaches
ancient lines Nazca
Nazca
lines they're
lines.
called so
There's a lot of
to do.
variety.
It's a lot like
There's a
India in
desert
that
as well.
sense.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So जैसे India में है ना कि you can go to Kerala or you can go to Ladakh and there is so much to do. Peru is the exact same. So I really like that diversity.
Yeah.
And Cusco में तो there is so much like cute cafes and they have all these colorful things. I bought so many bohemian things from there and I was like, when will I ever wear these large necklaces? and
that
stuff?
that
But
was
I
the
did.
phase where you were
Yeah, both
really
of us were really into our like oversized,
I think if
colorful.
you're going to Goa या कहीं
हाँ,
Bali,
फिर
then
I
you still
still
do that.
wear. Yeah, I
यहाँ
still
पर मुझे
wear.
ऐसा लगता है if I go out like this, people will judge me कि
No,
क्या पहन
judge
क्या
Yeah,
नहीं.
people will judge you anyway. You wear anything, something, nothing, they will judge.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Do not worry about it.
But that is what I'm saying. Clear priorities. He's like, I have limited energy. I don't want to waste it on people who are judging. Let's focus on something else.
I don't know why we are wired like that.
Yeah.
Like,
But you know, gradually, I have decided to take this thing because growing up, I was always like this. Like, I was really worried about what people thought. I always wanted to be nice to everybody. But in a strange way, being online has made me have more of a thick skin because I've realized that we cannot please everyone, no matter what we do. So these days, I do what he says that let's not focus on that, but choose to focus on something more productive. Like, both of us do a lot of, I think, you know, we work a lot with kids' education,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So जब भी मुझे कुछ ऐसे खुंदक चढ़ रही होती है या इरिटेशन आ रही होती है, I'm like, okay, which is the next project I want to work on, and I just choose like next we want to build a school in rural India, so we're working on that right now, and then we also get some of our followers to contribute once a year. Baki we don't put online, but एक project every year we put online so that they can also contribute. Amazing. So I just kind of focus on that, and then
I think if you associate yourself with a cause also, ना आपको लगता है at least I am doing my part. चाहे आप उसको बहुत करो नहीं करो,
of course it doesn't matter.
Because we are so privileged. Obviously there are a lot of perks, and obviously there are a lot of downfalls also. Mostly mental health. Otherwise physically I don't think so. It's too taxing. इसके लिए नहीं है कोई downfall फिर.
तुम लोग ऐसे मजाक कर रहे हो, but you know mental वो है, वो शायद इसलिए भी आता है क्योंकि सभी साथ में है, right? I've never that's
very true. अगर
हो सकता है कि कभी ऐसे touch wood ना हो ऐसे कि मेरे को ऐसे अकेला होना हो, maybe things I might not be this content. I hope I never find the answer to that. But उसकी वजह से भी ठहराव आता है, तो इसलिए इतना मजाक में ऐसा नहीं कि मैं wired था ऐसे.
नहीं हाँ, he wasn't, of course. I know he's worked a lot on himself actually, since that's why I said we've evolved together, because a lot of people who meet with now say, oh, he's so sorted and all of that, but my school friends and all, because we've been on this journey together, so they've seen him work on himself. Anything and everything, he's worked a lot on himself, but it's a good place.
But वो side जैसे वेद और मेरी side वो बाहर इसलिए आती है because तुम दोनों ऐसे हो, right? तुम दोनों वो normalize करने के लिए हमारी side बाहर आती है.
Correct.
I always think, okay, what is my next financial goal and social goal also, जैसे I'm saying कि school, ये तो goals में set कर लेगा, और अगर कुछ हो जाए और वो पूरे ना हो तो he knows there is a lot we'll have to pay for, because I'll be unhappy every single day then. So we set a date and he's like, acha, and then we work together to make it happen.
और I ask Saviz, hey, what's the end? Right? ठीक है, ये गोल बनाया, ये अचीव कर लिया, यहाँ पे ऐसे हो गया, ब्लॉगिंग हो गया, इन्फ्लुएंसर हो गया, whatever. अगर गोल ही बनाते रहेंगे तो when will we know where to stop and how will we enjoy? So it's better कि धीरे धीरे करके चलते हैं कि अभी
enjoy every moment, be present.
अभी जो है उसको चेरिश करके, फिर देखो obviously after a few months you will get bored of where you are. Then let it come from inside. I mean it shouldn't be a compulsory thing कि वो अब ये कर लिया अब वो. So many times Savi is like, oh मैं ये करूँगी, and while in the middle of that thing she's like, अच्छा वेट ये तो हो रहा है, अभी तो हो रहा है,
अभी दूसरा वाला
वो नेक्स्ट वाला दिमाग में ऑलरेडी चल. तुम्हारा भी ऐसे है. Very good.
But it's okay. All of us do well together is what we realized in this podcast.
True. I'm going to ask you a few questions वैसे.
ठीक है.
एक दो. I think we'll talk about food. Food issues होते हैं ना बाहर traveling का, और rapid fire, basic rapid fire.
Oh, rapid fire.
पहले food issues we'll keep it very small, but उसके बाद I want to shift to a funny, a weird, embarrassing कुछ भी story about your travel experience.
Food issues का ये कि I think one of the most important things about traveling or this life in general is that you have to be very open-minded. In the sense कि you will not get, you step out of your comfort zone तो छोड़ो, you will not get what you want in most places. Then, like, yeah, so vegetarian food is easily available. In fact, most of the times, like 80% of the times, I'd say I have vegetarian food. We just go to a supermarket and stock up on like salads, fruits, cheese, bread, ऐसी चीजें अगर और कुछ नहीं मिल रहा. But there are times that I think we were in Bolivia and we had gone to the salt desert. It's the largest salt desert in the world, और उसमें oxygen tanks और ये सब अपनी कार में ले जाना पड़ता है, because there's like no civilization.
So for 4 days you are in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
But you need oxygen cylinders?
No, you
because
don't.
That's like an emergency thing.
क्या सोच रही है? पागल हो गई है. मैंने भी ये सोचा था कि ऑक्सीजन की कमी रहेगी.
What I mean is कि इतने जैसे उधर बहुत कम खाना होता है, तो बहुत कम as in बहुत limited options होते हैं. So they're like either chawal and chicken or just chawal, because they didn't have anything else. I was like, okay, so you will just, I just didn't feel like eating chicken that day. So I remember that was the one time in my travels I literally had rice and water. But the thing is that you're seeing such a stunning place that kind of compensates for it. But over the years, of course, we've learned, so I always carry some protein bars and stuff with me all the time, no matter where we are. And if you're going on a road trip or something, just Iceland mein supermarkets are quite few, so pehle you stock up on some rice cakes, some protein, some fruit, aisi cheeze.
Quick bites.
So food is not an issue. I feel like
oxygen cylinders क्यों चाहिए थे?
because it's at a high
बहुत high
altitude,
altitude होता है ना,
some
तो
people
sometimes
feel
हाँ,
dizzy.
sometimes people feel
और कोई
altitude sickness, तो
hospital नहीं है
उसके
for
हाँ,
miles and all, so it's pretty crazy because if you need help, you can't get help. That kind of plays on my mind कि अगर कुछ चाहिए हुआ तो कैसे मिलेगा?
सभी such a planner कि हम कहीं भी जा रहे हैं अगर
बिग बास्केट से पहले कुछ तो आ ही जाता है, but बाकी
दो तीन दिन पहले सब ऐसे स्नैक्स बन जाते हैं. And she'll ask me कि भाई तेरे को कुछ चाहिए, तो मैं and I'm a very last minute person in
buy his
that way.
snacks at the airport, trust me.
फिर हम जब कार रेंट कर रहे होते हैं, I don't know if you guys experience the same, but whenever we are on a road trip, automatic में ड्राइव पे डालते ही you start feeling hungry. थोड़ा सा कार चलता है and you start feeling hungry.
कुछ तो खाना है, कुछ तो
खाना है. And Savi is, so that's when Savi's
So I'm like, you can't touch my snacks. You were dissing
so we
them so much.
and शुरू के सालों में we started eating a lot of like chocolates on these road trips, and kilos
fitness
were
is
piling
like-
up. तो तब फिर those were substituted with fruits, snacks, healthy bars, whatever.
It's a challenge to maintain a routine when you're traveling. True. Because ऐसे लगता है fries भी खा लो,
सब कुछ
chocolate भी खा लो, travel ही तो कर रहे हो. But in our case, that is life. So you'll gain weight so quickly and you'll become inactive so quickly. So you have to like take care of that fact and build your immunity and eat good things. Basically.
The most asked question to us is, will we get Indian food in Iceland or
हाँ मिल जाता है हर
इंडियन आई फील हर जगह है,
हर जगह मिल जाता है.
But you should also try the local food.
Yeah,
I feel.
मतलब
बट
कभी
एक
Indian
क्रेविंग होती है बाहर जाके ना, पता नहीं क्यों
Absolutely.
इंडियन खाना खाने की
Absolutely.
Miss familiar things, baby.
मोस्ट बड़ी सिटीज में इंडियन एक रेस्टोरेंट महाराजा या ताज के नाम से जरूर होगा ऐसे.
या इंडियन रेस्टोरेंट भी लिखा होता है.
क्रेविंग के लिए जैसे दैट इज देयर फॉर बैकअप, बट वी ऑलवेज सजेस्ट कि अगर इफ यू going so far, then also try the local food. Because
we enjoy doing that.
Because places after a while, mountain, sea, desert, हर जगह same है. But the two things that always are different and make up a place are people and the food. So food हमेशा, और vegetarian तो मिल ही जाता है.
हाँ मिल जाता है हर जगह, mostly जगह पे.
But अभी I think जब से हम भी fitness जो start करी है, तब से we also make sure that
पेरिस में मतलब कृतिका का बहुत ज्यादा मन था इंडियन खाने का, फिर मैंने कहा देख हम बाहर आए हैं, कुछ और खाते हैं, कुछ और
पेरिस में तो अच्छा मिल जाएगा. There are so many areas as well, Paris, London,
But you get such nice falafels and stuff in Paris. So there's lots of options. Pasta.
अभी नया स्टार्ट हुआ ना यूरोप में, पता नहीं हमने एक्सपीरियंस अभी करा है वो पोके बोल्स.
Oh, poke bowls are so good. Actually, that's a good healthy option that you can get everywhere these days.
I know, very tasty.
दीक्षा को मैंने ट्राई करवाया था. दीक्षा ने यूजुअली हमेशा देख
Safe foods खाती है.
वेजिटेबल्स में आई डोंट ईट फ्रूट्स, वेजिटेबल्स फ्रूट्स कुछ नहीं खाती मैं.
एक सेकंड में बना के देती हूँ. मैंने पूरा उसको ऐसे स्प्रेड करा है, पूरा ऊपर सॉसेस वगैरह. अच्छा एक बाइट आई ट्राई, उसके बाद हर जगह पोकी बोल का है.
और पता है सभी का नाम क्या है हमारे घर में? फ्रूट मॉन्स्टर.
I eat a lot of fruits. Because I used to be obese as a child, so I learned not to binge on junk food and stuff quite early, but I have a lot of fruits.
When we got married, तो usually लोगों को गोल्ड ऐसे चीज मिलती है, हमको ऐसे एप्पल्स के.
This is the part where people think शुरू में हमने बोला था ना इसकी कोई बात मत मानो.
But you are a fruit monster.
Yeah.
But I wanted to talk about your wedding also. It was very unconventional in a way that you knew what you wanted. So
आज पिटवाओगे ही मतलब कृतिका.
That's the thing. I feel like there are no rights and wrongs. Like if somebody wants a big wedding, that's perfect. But we personally didn't want that, and we also didn't want our parents shelling a lot of money for our wedding. So what we decided instead was that we had a kitty of money. We'd do a very simple court marriage and throw a big party for all our friends and family. So we did that, and then we saved the rest of the money for our travels.
and I think you bought a laptop
From Macy's.
My Macy's who live in the US, they said what do you want?
Yeah, they wanted to get us
like
gold
jewelry
and
या
sarees
कुछ
and
ऐसे.
stuff. So I said कुछ वो practical नहीं है in the sense कि वो use ही नहीं होगा. हम लंदन में रहते हैं and anyway we plan to travel full time in the future.
So one Sabi's mama, उनसे हमने I think कैमरा लिया, मासी से लैपटॉप लिया और मैंने अपना फोटो क्लिकिंग एंड एडिटिंग का पूरा जुगाड़ कर लिया था. तो ये हमारे वेडिंग गिफ्ट थे.
And you use them for many years till you replace them. So that's the thing. They were insistent कि we have to get your gift because we told all our friends and family that don't worry, we don't need any gifts. We are just celebrating our love and stuff. But obviously the close relatives were like, no, we have to get you something. So that's what we got.
But I said
and we
cash only.
I'll use it later.
And wedding pe bhi, the one function we had, we split the expenses. So it's always been a partnership, you know. And we've fought as well with people and society a lot, but we've made sure that it's always a partnership. It's never like a man-woman thing ki these stereotypes come with it.
So I want to ask a question. Usually I said like if you spend a few years with your partner, it gets boring or you lose that spark. I've heard this from a lot of people. Some people are like, I think वो 10% लोग मैंने देखे हैं जो खुश हैं after शादी, like 10-15 years. But I've seen a lot of people मत करो बेकार होती है, ऐसा ही होता है.
A lot of us, I know this is like a travel podcast, it's fast becoming into something else.
I think dating series शुरू कर देते हैं. Dating advice.
ये जो व्यू पॉइंट है ना, विद का जो व्यू पॉइंट है, I talk to you a lot.
Exactly.
बहुत डिफरेंट है. You will educate a lot of people.
Yeah, no, I agree. I feel like you know, even relationships or marriage for that matter, most people when they enter into it, they enter with so much expectations. मतलब कि ये होगा, वाइफ ये करेगी, हस्बैंड ये करेगा, इन-लॉज ऐसे होंगे, मदर फादर ये करेंगे. इतनी सारी expectations के साथ you go into it. And somewhere something always will backfire, you know. So I feel like with everything in life, if you approach it consciously as a union or a partnership and you're willing to work on it every day, then that's not the case. But because most of us are bogged down by society, work, all of that, तो वो हो जाता है obviously. But in our case, obviously, it's been very different.
I think the travel aspect really kind of spices things up because let's say if you were in day jobs and just meeting each other in the evening, तो maybe it would have been.
I feel हम तब भी एक दूसरे से प्यार करते हैं.
नहीं प्यार की बात नहीं हो रही, but like see obviously you have to have realistic expectations, right? Ab when we met, the sparks that flew then. Obviously like you know, not that those sparks have disappeared, but they kind of are replaced by other feelings of security, safety,
and
you know compassion. It's not just about कि आज मम्मी पापा से छुप के मिल रहे हैं.
That's true.
But at any point you guys feel like अच्छा नहीं कम हो गया है, मतलब traction कम हो गया है.
मैं तो बोलने वाली थी कि if it's the right person and you're evolving with them, तो पंजाबी में there's a word called आंद्रे. My daddy used to say it a lot, but it's basically like a physical connection जो mom और child का होता है ना umbilical cord से. तो she would always say अपने grandchildren के लिए कि मेरी आंद्रे तुम में बसती है. But I feel like you're not related by blood, but when you're with a partner that you love so much and you've seen so much highs and lows of all sorts, you start feeling ki, oh my god, like you're physically connected. It's not even like a soul connection anymore. So I feel like it grows, but like he said, it's a different kind of understanding because sometimes we go to events, you know, work events, and we are at different ends of the room completely. Our eyes meet and we're I want to leave. Like, I want to leave. I've had enough or whatever. And he'll be like, 2 minutes later, he'll be there. He's like, chale? I said, yeah. But that kind of understanding only comes after many, many years. You know, it's not something that comes easily.
And it's not easy to quantify कि कम हो रहा है, ज़्यादा हो रहा है. At the end of the day, I think if you wake up and you are happy and you see, you know, you smile when you see your partner, I think that kind of sums it up. I feel a lot of people in relationships, they overthink and overanalyze. कि ये ठीक तो है, ये ठीक तो नहीं है, ऐसे what if उसने छोड़ दिया, what if ये हुआ. I think छोड़ दिया तो भी सही है,
नहीं छोड़ा तो भी सही है.
Because if you don't love yourself, then you can't love anyone else.
Exactly. उसके लिए mainly you have to start loving yourself and start enjoying your own company first.
Absolutely.
Individually
you
जब
have
तक आप
to
नहीं
enjoy
करोगे.
your own company, be financially independent, be secure mentally as well. and that's when you can give to relationships in the first place. So totally, in fact, all our friends tease him because I don't know if you remember Farhan Akhtar's character in Dil Dhadakne Do. So उसमें एक scene है ना where everybody sitting in a party और सब मस्ती कर रहे हैं, and he gets really annoyed because कोई sexist कुछ बोल देता है. I forget कि क्या था.
He says कि मैंने इसको allow किया देखो काम करने के लिए. He says that मेरी mother ने काम नहीं किया but मैंने इसको allow किया. And he says कि तुम the moment you use the word allow, you're actually putting yourself in a position of power. And that is not equality.
Exactly. So my friends always tease him that, oh my god, look, you're on the big screen, because he will disrupt any party, any gathering, to make that point that I am nobody to
nice
allow
person,
anybody. You know? Like, we are nobody to allow each other. We are both our separate individual selves, and we just live and flourish together, but we can't tell each other what to do and what not to do.
So I was sitting with my grandparents and वो लोग बोल रहे थे कुछ किसी ने ना स्पून उठाया था and मेल so उन्हें बोला अरे वट बेचारे ने ये भी तो कर दिया ना, लड़का है फिर भी कर रहा है. तो मुझे सिर्फ ऐसे लगा, obviously I can't change their mindset, but मुझे सिर्फ ऐसे लगता है ये preconceived notions कब से चलते आ रहे हैं कि just because you're a guy so you're supposed to have everything in life, like
I mean
that's the basic problem with the whole thing.
और ऐसी बात नहीं है कि सारे men गंदे हैं या सारे women अच्छे हैं. बहुत सारे men वो privilege को
गलत यूज कर रहे हैं.
गलत यूज से ज्यादा वो जानते ही नहीं है कि वो privilege है उनके पास.
It's ingrained.
अगर दो लोग ऑफिस से निकलते हैं रात को 12:30 पे, एक आदमी है और एक लेडी है, तो जितनी आसानी से या जितनी विदाउट फियर आदमी जाएगा उतने लेडी नहीं जा सकती. नॉट बिकॉज वो डरती है बट बिकॉज दैट इज द सिचुएशन एंड सर्कमस्टांसेस, एंड वो भी अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स मेन ने ही क्रिएट किया हुआ है. So बहुत सालों से patriarchal society चलता है. Things are changing.
I think it's up to all of us to change them gradually and also like educate people, and that's in fact part of the reason why we are so hell-bent on, you know, spreading education in rural India, educating the girls and even educating the boys on how things can change, you know, and gradually they will change.
मतलब if I talk about your relationship also, तो ये नहीं है कि obviously with सारी चीजें अभी highlight इस podcast में ये हुआ है because we want to educate people.
मैं highlight हूँ इस podcast
नहीं मतलब सभी भी इसका मतलब ये नहीं है that the guy has to do everything or the girl has to do everything. There should be a middle point. Like sometimes I'm sure ऐसे days होते होंगे when you're giving your 80% and he's giving 20. And sometimes
that is 364 days of the year. नहीं उसमें देखो, उसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है. Bruised passports is 80% Sabi. 20% me. That 20% is important.
And it's more than 20%.
No, but I mean the same way. मुझे किसी ने example दिया था the same way that your relationship is with your siblings. जैसे हम बैठे होते हैं रूम में, we love each other, but हर टाइम बात नहीं कर सकते.
Of course.
And we are silent using our phone. Sometimes हम travel भी कर रहे होते हैं. We have like 2-3 good hours जो हम बात कर रहे हैं साथ में. But sometimes हम एक कैफे में बैठ के भी अलग-अलग चीजें कर रहे होते हैं.
Of course.
So the same way you grow with your partner.
Relationship that in which the couple is spending every waking second together, I think that is doomed. Because you need
even
that
though
time.
We spend so much time together.
but
space
together
is very
in
important.
Together in the sense ऐसे नहीं, but there are so many hours when we are just sitting.
बात ही थोड़ी कर रहे होते हैं. Silence is so important, and I feel like people with whom you can be silent without feeling the pressure to talk.
That's the best. That's the best relationship.
And there's sometimes when I come and talk to her, I was like, जो मैं तेरे साथ चुप रह सकती हूँ ना, मुझे वो relationship जब मिल गई ना, then I'll be sure कि अच्छा he's the right person for me. Because हम दोनों में से लोगों को देखकर लगता है वो she is very मतलब she speaks a lot that I speak a lot, but
really? Okay, they don't know, but I think you take time to open to people in larger gatherings.
No, but मैं थोड़ी सी ज्यादा ऐसे चुप रहने वालों में से हूँ, and ये है जो है बोल दो. हम दोनों में से भी होता है conversation में half of the time she is speaking and I'm listening. That's the relationship we have, and मेरा relationship बाकी लोगों के साथ भी. So I was like वो comfort level in silence जो होएगा तब I'll get to know अच्छा oh, he's the right
But
person, that I can be
that
silent
is a
with him.
good litmus test for sure.
Yeah, plus expectations also. I don't think so. मैं इससे उतनी चीजें expect करती हूँ. And same goes for you. Yes, we do fight. Mostly work related होती है because कि दीक्षा थोड़ा सा तू कर ले या वो कर ले.
That is part and parcel of all our work.
But I think most of the time मुझे ऐसा लगता है just being there and enjoying. मैंने ये standard अब set करा है. Like once I get that, then that's it.
No, I agree. I mean, I feel like so many people when they start dating or even they contemplate marriage, they say कि compromise तो करना ही पड़ेगा, but you shouldn't, because if you don't compromise, that is when you love and respect each other and you glow together and you grow together as well, you know.
That's what you've been taught also since the beginning. जैसे अपने families में देखा होता है ना, आपको लगता है कि oh maybe you should sacrifice your happiness also because ऐसी relationship सही रहता है, but sooner or later you realize oh this is gonna end me soon.
Exactly, when you compromise in the beginning तो 1 year 2 year तक you can keep that up, but धीरे धीरे you start crumbling. That's the thing. On the other hand, if you seek like an equal sort of partnership, then you wake up with a smile each day, and that is so empowering.
You don't resent each other also.
Exactly.
इसकी वजह से ये, इसकी वजह से वो.
When we got married, तो a lot of our family members said कि ओ तुम rituals नहीं कर रहे, ये क्या कहेंगे, वो क्या कहेंगे, and I was like कि उनकी इनकी छोड़ो, because कल को अगर मेरे रिलेशनशिप में कुछ खराब होगा या मेरी लाइफ में कुछ खराब होगा, किसी को कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. So मेरे को I have to make sure कि जो मेरे अराउंड कोर सर्कल है वो क्या सोचते हैं, उनको मैं अगर समझा सकता हूँ कि दिस इज द रीजन व्हाई वी आर डूइंग एनी, दैट कुड बी एनीथिंग इन लाइफ,
and that's why our parents matter so much to us, because it's very important for both of us actually to have not their approval so much, but to have them on board, you know,
and have them happy, like
have them super happy. So they're also, I mean, I feel like our relationships with our parents have also strengthened since we've started this whole thing, that we'll be completely transparent, completely authentic, but हम कुछ भी नहीं छुपाएंगे और सब कुछ सबको पता होता है actually.
वैसे भी इतना कुछ हम पोस्ट करते हैं. कभी-कभी मुझे लगता है कि ओ मैं कुछ बोल दूं कि हम ट्रैवलिंग में कृतिका तो सब पोस्ट करती है ऑनलाइन.
Actually best test relationship के लिए है कि whenever anybody starts dating, अपने new boyfriend girlfriend के साथ एक छोटा सा ट्रिप ले लो.
You get to know a lot.
अगर 3 दिन सर्वाइव कर गए, so that means कि there is not that it's fool proof, but then it can proceed.
Because it
अभी
puts
सोचा
you
मैंने ये.
नहीं, I think
puts you in like
You'll call it the Taneja
uncomfortable
test.
situation. Taneja test. That just sounds.
I'm branching
आपने
out.
तो टेस्ट बहुत बारी पार कर चुके हो.
I'm branching out. Taneja test. There's Taneja Studios as well.
Sure.
Flying exclusively to Iceland with
I am pushing them,
Kurana
guys.
sisters.
I'm pushing them to start a podcast. Spam them, please start a podcast.
Start a petition.
नहीं but it's so nice.
I will start.
सभी एंड में इतना ट्रैवल करते हैं, फिर आएंगे ट्रैवल करके, फिर सभी के माइंड में चेकलिस्ट होगी, मैं 4 पॉडकास्ट तो शूट एपिसोड्स तो करने ही करने
मेरे सोचो क्या होगा, और मैं ऐसे करूंगा आज मैंने क्या करना है, कॉफी करनी है, ओके आज का यही एजेंडा रहेगा.
बट हम माइक्स लेकर ऐसे भी तो कर सकते हैं कि आइसलैंड का बैकड्रॉप है और उधर हम whenever we travel, Iceland podcast, Iceland podcast.
That is something that we will never do because no so you are saying कि हम आइसलैंड में होंगे और वहाँ पॉडकास्ट कर रहे हैं, नहीं
इतना नहीं हो पाए.
Enjoy that experience.
Exactly. इतने पैसे खर्च के तुम वहाँ जाओ और फिर माइक लेके घूम रहे हो, हेलो.
ऐसा दीक्षा में भी जब ट्रैवल करते हैं ना तो हमने बोलते अच्छा ये वीडियो हो गई, ये होगी, अब हम कुछ नहीं करेंगे. लिटरली हम एक जगह पर बैठ जाते हैं या फिर इधर कैफे, और आई थिंक पेरिस में भी हम बैठे होते हैं आईफिल टावर के बाहर. हमने बोला पूरी 4-5 घंटे बैठेंगे, कुछ नहीं करेंगे, एंड हमने वही करा.
Of course.
मतलब बैच में कंटेंट क्रिएट कर लो, लाइक 1-2 घंटे काफी एक्टिव रह के बाद में एंजॉय, बिकॉज अदरवाइज जस्ट क्रिएटिंग कंटेंट टाइम ही नहीं मिलता.
Thanks to it, we don't pressurize ourselves to really create content. जैसे अभी we'd gone to Finland and we just thank you, but we said we won't like have this in mind that we have to create posts or anything, but अगर कुछ अच्छा दिखा, because we've covered Finland before on our website, so अगर कुछ अच्छा दिखा then we'll do it. So जहाँ कुछ special दिख रहा था we would take it, but otherwise we had a like slow relaxed relationship.
because otherwise क्या होगा कि 6 months के लिए तो बहुत अच्छा लगेगा वो कितने पॉडकास्ट बनाए ये हो है, but when you're traveling you're already undergoing a lot of changes in your system, skin, hair, whatever, mind. वो 6 months के बाद burnout हो ही जाएगा.
True.
So इसलिए अभी भी after all these years of traveling,
Okay, so when
if
we
we
come
took
back, you're right. List.
if we do a work trip, then we make sure that the trip after that is a non-work trip. And by
Yeah.
non-work, I mean not that we will not create content.
But we
Or
don't
I
have
won't
any
photograph.
commitment
But
to
there is no
anything.
commitment. We have
Yeah.
gone on our own because
Yeah.
we want to keep that fire alive.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. No, but this is true.
I have given my one-liner. I'm out.
हाँ,
Bye.
Mic drop.
बस करो. हाँ.
So we'll do rapid fire round. दोनों फटाफट कोई भी आंसर कर देना, ठीक है? How many countries have you visited?
106.
Oh, yeah.
ये पहले बताओ हैम्पर क्या है इसमें?
Coffee.
Yeah.
हम आपको खान पा के लेकर चलेंगे dinner के लिए.
Okay, चलो ठीक है.
that's better.
He'll pay for the dinner.
Right,
जो भी जीता, जो भी जीता आप दोनों
वो
में dinner का pay करा. Okay, what's your favorite place so far?
Peru.
Oh, sorry, both of us are.
Yes.
Iceland.
या अगर different है तो you can go.
Iceland.
हाँ.
Yeah.
What place is top of your bucket list till now?
It was Antarctica, but I just went there. So now.
Greenland.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Greenland. Which country has the friendliest people?
India.
Yeah, India does have the warmest people, but
Yeah.
even Thailand and Indonesia.
Yeah,
Southeast
Indonesia,
Asia.
Bali,
Asia.
तो I
Actually,
love. Beer or wine?
Beer.
Wine.
दोनों different है.
Yeah, wine.
Do you prefer to walk, take public transport, or take private transport?
A combination of the
Public and private.
three. Yeah, and walk also. We walk so much in
Walk
Europe.
is okay,
Yeah.
but public transport is good to experience the
Yeah,
city.
because-
Yeah.
Private is good if you want to explore
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, city or countryside?
countryside.
City.
Sound like a grandfather.
Okay, which country has the best weather? Like 12 months.
I still have to find
Seychelles
that.
maybe? The
Too
Seychelles.
humid.
Yeah, it can get too humid. Depends on what's best weather for you.
People
but-
say that Seychelles is better than Maldives.
Yeah,
Like, it's
I mean,
very
yeah.
underrated,
So
but
Maldives में ये है कि it's super stunning and I think that's why it's a honeymoon destination
Yeah.
because उधर बहुत कुछ करने को नहीं है. So maybe like 3-4 days is perfect. Seychelles has so much to do,
yeah.
and the beaches are stunning. But उसमें there's a bit of activity कि you have to go from one island to the other. So if you want to do nothing, Maldives. But if you want to like have a stunning beach holiday and do stuff, then Seychelles.
window or aisle seat. It's very मतलब
I know the answer.
Window too, but I never
Yeah,
get
I
it.
never get
I
I'm
love aisle
always-
seat. पता नहीं I don't know why. मुझे लगता है बहुत easy है to go out and
मुझे लगता है window is like this little खोपचा that you
you
have
can have for
exposed to the world. So even though I sleep, I always bully him into giving me the window.
Hello, producers and directors, are you listening? She's using words like khopcha. She's ready for her Bollywood debut.
Okay, do you prefer hot or cold or temperature places?
Cold.
Yeah, cold. I think
Same.
both of us.
Yeah, she loves
I
hot.
like beaches hot. Like, hot, not hot, but like spring weather.
I love
Mountains
both, but
for
cold
me.
for sure. I love cold
Yeah,
places.
cool. I love
yeah.
to. Strict schedule or go with the flow?
Go with the flow.
What has been the most interesting item of food you have ever tasted?
Fried tarantula.
Oh yeah.
What
so
is that?
I am not an adventurous
It's a
eater.
spider.
But tell
It's a
the
spider?
story. मतलब
So-
क्यों खाया?
In Cambodia and a lot of other Southeast Asian countries as well, the locals enjoy fried insects. So
Yeah.
जैसे हमारे यहाँ पर आते हैं ना ऐसे
कुल्फी वाला।
कुल्फी वाला ऐसे और थोड़े साल पहले तक ऐसे काट पे आते थे भिंडी वगैरह बेच रहे हैं वहाँ पे वो
आइसक्रीम
हाँ आइसक्रीम भी वहाँ पे ऐसे वो सेम कार्ट लेके आते हैं उसमें सारी वैरायटीज होती है फ्राइड इंसेक्ट्स फ्राइड स्पाइडर्स फ्राइड दिस और बच्चे ऐसे भाग के आ रहे हैं ऐसे एक एक उठा रहे हैं और सो दैट्स लाइक यू नो दैट्स द लोकल थिंग तो वहाँ पर एक बार मैंने खाया था tarantula is like a big spider but it doesn't taste it just tastes like fried goo.
Yeah, I mean, he tried it just because, like he said, we like to try the local foods.
Try it.
that
I
you
wouldn't
don't
have it again.
taste it. Yeah.
वो ऐसे ही like एक shock value के लिए या culture जो भी you
Yeah,
know but
yeah.
वो क्या था that was the I would say the strangest weirdest most
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah, काफी.
What's been your scariest adventure trip?
Scariest. We've had quite a few actually. We went ice rock climbing in Finland.
Yeah.
And it was very scary because you're literally
So what do you-
suspended.
what do you do
So
then?
it's like a is it a glacier of sorts?
No, it's like a
The
wall of
glacier was
ice.
in Iceland. Sorry, वहाँ भी गए थे.
It's a
मेरे को
wall
बहुत
of
डर लगता
ice
है. हाँ.
and you have crampons so
Yeah.
shoes and you have
Game of Thrones
हाँ,
time.
you have this.
you have to
kind
go
of-
up you have to like
It needs
push
a
your
lot
shoe
of
in.
core pressure. So I kept feeling I'll fall down, but हुआ नहीं था.
मतलब
But
ऐसे it's not scary it is an adventure but it's
It's
not
an
scary you're not going to
adventure.
die in that.
तो क्रोएशिया में जो हुआ था ना, you're going to say that.
We drove into a forest completely like no GPS.
पूरी मूवी वाला सीन और बंद हो गई गाड़ी?
नहीं, गाड़ी बंद नहीं हुई, GPS हमको कहीं लेके जा रहा है और हम जंगल के बीच में हैं, देन दूर दिख रहा है 4 लोग ऐसे बैठे हैं हाथ करके फायर के अराउंड, और ऐसे कुछ कपड़े अजीब से पहने हुए उन्होंने. सो वो स्कैरी था बिकॉज यू डोंट नो, एंड नाउ द GPS इज शोइंग यू कि आगे चलते जाओ, यू डोंट सी द हाईवे, यू डोंट सी एनीथिंग.
बट क्या करा फिर?
हाँ, वापस जल्दी से रिवर्स लिया और जो आया था GPS को इग्नोर करके जो आया था वो वापस जो रोड मिली.
I spotted weapons, but they looked kind of dangerous. So I was like, this is not a good place to be in. And so we turned around, but it was basically a GPS disaster, but it turned really scary.
Okay, how many foreign words have you learned so far? Words or languages?
He knows abuses in every language. His closest friends are French and Italian. So उन्होंने French और Italian में तो इसे सब गंदे वर्ड सिखा रखे. We picked a bit picked
5
a bit
languages
of French and
के
Spanish
basics.
along the way.
Most overrated destination?
Overrated, I mean, I can say Egypt, not because it's not beautiful, it's stunning, but I felt like single women, because we had gone with some friends and a lot of them were single women, feel like you don't feel particularly safe. And even when I was with Vid, there's a lot of catcalling and like you're constantly harassed in the bigger cities.
But
So I feel
that's
like
more in the
सिंह
bigger
किस किक में भी तो दिखाया था, इजिप्ट में ही थे ना वो, जब चोरी
हाँ,
होती है.
अच्छा हाँ. So in
मूवी
the
पहले ही
bigger
बता
cities,
चुकी है ये.
सब pyramids के पास,
We are safe.
There was a lot of that, so I didn't feel very safe. So I don't know if it's my favorite place.
Okay, मैं normal ऐसे questions one word answers हैं.
हाँ.
ठीक है? If someone likes to party,
Yeah.
which country do you suggest? Boys trip, party and ऐसा.
Czech Republic, like Prague, the city, if you have 3-4 days, or Spain, like a road trip in Spain.
Okay, for honeymoon, for like very secluded place and just to like relax.
I'd say Fiji, maybe.
Antarctica.
No, not Antarctica, Fiji.
Okay, for a solo trip.
For a solo trip.
Bali.
Like safest.
Safe
Bali is
trip.
not the safest. I would say Spain is a great place for a solo trip. We meet a lot of people who travel solo in Spain. It's a great place. But even the US is great, like parts of it. California maybe.
And for exploring and everything, like you will see everything in that country.
India.
India is one of those places. That's
for
true.
sure.
But otherwise, if you want to see like otherworldly sites, then Iceland.
Iceland. Yeah. That's it, guys. Rapid fire यही हमारा end होता है. अब आज के दिन ना सभी में दोनों हमें डिनर खिलाएंगे.
Convenient.
दोनों जीत गए.
So much fun.
This was so much fun, and I'm surprised at our.
सच्चा वाला ओपिनियन, ऐसा झूठा
No,
वाला नहीं.
no.
सच
it was
में?
so much fun. Thank
तुम
you for
वापस से
having
फुटेज
us.
देख लेना, तुमको लगेगा कि वाओ.
नहीं, पॉडकास्ट के स्टार्टिंग में जब when you said 1.5 hour का होगा, विद बोल रहे 1.5 hour, बट पूरे उसमें विद पूरा
कितने
एक्टिव
2 hours हो गए.
We
We can talk.
We can talk.
And when it's such an interesting
ये तो हमारे
conversation.
गुड़गांव सेशंस हो गए और एंड माइक.
Actually मैं यही बोलने
I
वाली
feel
थी.
like we have with mics on. Exactly. I feel like we spoke about a lot of topics that are also very close to
You
your
know,
heart.
before I end the podcast, मैं हमेशा जब भी किसी से मिलती हूँ ना, मैं हमेशा बोलती हूँ सवियर विद, तो बोलते हैं हाँ हमें समझ आ गया, तुझे बहुत पसंद है. Because I really admire the way you guys function and the way you've been brought up and like you've hustled and अपना एक जो the way you hold on to your values but at the
and
same time you're
everything.
very
Yeah.
progressive. So I really admire
You're the
that.
future of, मतलब ऐसा जो फ्यूचर माइंड होगा ना आगे जाकर वो अभी है.
I swear.
अभी literally अभी है. No.
ऐसे मेरे स्टैचू लगे होंगे ऐसे ग्रेटर नोएडा परी चौक.
मैं बता रही हूँ,
मतलब you're so progressive and you're
Yeah,
starting so
exactly.
early. मतलब
Thank you.
जिस लेवल पे पहुंचने के लिए अभी इंडिया में आई फील की थोड़े से इयर्स लगेंगे. You are that mind. You guys have that mind.
You guys are very
No statues for you.
But this was so much fun.
We try.
Yeah,
We try to do our best, and I think all of us together will change the world.
Even if 5 people change, I think that's amazing because
Yeah, exactly.
आग एक चिंगारी से ही लगती है.
On that
Mic
note,
drop.
We are going to end the podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Please spam them to start a podcast. And
we're at Bruised Passport.
@Bruised Passports. BRUISED
Passport.
do follow them. And I hope हम second time कर रहे हो podcast.
Second,
and it's all about
next one
love,
will be हमारे घर हमारे स्टूडियो में ना
पक्का,
when
ठीक
we
है.
start
Done. When you start your podcast.
ठीक है,
We're gonna do
हम
that.
फर्स्ट गेस्ट होंगे.
run
ठीक है.
down.
I hope we
Absolutely.
get to do this really
Yeah.
soon again. Second इसी season में we'll try.
ठीक है.
उसका
But
बाद
better-
हो गया.
थोड़ा
नहीं आने वाला मैं.
वो ठीक है but थोड़ा better hamper लाना next time.
Next time करण जौहर वाला हम
ये
बनाएंगे.
ये सिप की हुई कॉफी नहीं चलेगी.
नहीं business class ticket चलेगी ना?
No, we have pizza for you.
That is his love language.
Oh, हाँ, there's pizza.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
That is also his love language.
We're gonna have food. Bye, guys. Love you. See you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.